Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It's David here, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be going over NFL prediction for the 2020 season. I'll be doing this every single Friday. We're going to call it Football Prediction Friday. So every single Friday until the NFL season resumes, you're going to see a football prediction of mine for a certain NFL team. So today we're going to be doing the Denver Broncos. Now, this is a very, very interesting team because they obviously have second-year quarterback that's going to be Drew Lock. They got Jerry Jeudy in the draft. They also have Courtland Sutton. They have Noah Fant and that defense with Von Miller there. They got A.J. Bouye from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They added, what's that guy's name? Melvin Ingram from the Chargers. So it's going to be a very, very interesting Broncos team. But let's stop talking about that. So let's get into the Denver Broncos schedule. The Denver Broncos schedule goes as follows. Their schedule will be right here. The Denver Broncos start off with the game against the Tennessee Titans. Now this is going to be a very this game. When I look at this game on the schedule, this game is going to be really, really good because you got two good teams. The Denver Broncos are certainly going to be better than they were last year, obviously, because Drew Lock is going to be in the second year and they added offensive and defensive weapons. But this Tennessee team is going to be very, very good. They still got Derrick Henry, even though they franchise tagged him. They still going to be having them there. So the Denver Broncos are going to start off at home against the Tennessee Titans with the win. But then they're going to go get at the Steelers, lose against the Steelers, win against the Bucs at home, win against the Jets away at the Jets, lose against the Patriots at the Patriots, win against the Miami Dolphins. I feel like this Miami Dolphins game is not going to be really, really tough for them. And plus, Miami's going to have to play in that Mile High Stadium, which is very, very tough to play in. And then they're going to lose against the Chiefs before they go into the bye. And so, during the first half of the season, their record will be 4-3. They'll be 4-3 through the first half of the season. That's actually not that bad. To have 4 wins throughout the first half of the season, that's really good compared to my Falcons last year, where we were 1-7 during the beginning of the season. Speaking of Falcons, guess that's who they have coming off the bye, and they're gonna play the Falcons at the Falcons, and they're gonna lose against the Falcons because I feel like this Falcons team, even though it's hot and cold sometimes, this offense is just too much for. I know Drew Lock is a very good offense, but I feel like the Falcons' offense is just well rounded and all together. They know how to play with each other. Drew Lock has never played with Jerry Jeudy yet, so we have yet to see that. And yeah, so they're going to come off the bye and they're going to lose against my team, that is the Falcons. Then they're going to play the Raiders and Chargers away and again at home. They're going to beat the Raiders. They're going to beat the Chargers at home. This is the game I actually want to see because this is the game to keep your eye on because, like I said before, playing in that Mile High Stadium is just so different. So there's just nothing you can expect when it comes to that stadium. But after the Falcons game, they're going to win. They're going to win back-to-back games. But then they're going to suffer back-to-back losses when they have to play the Saints and the Chiefs home and away. Back-to-back. Those are two tough teams to face back-to-back straight off the bat. And that's going to be a very, very tough thing for the Denver Broncos. But then they'll get back-to-back wins when they face the Panthers and the Bills. Away and at home. So they have the Chiefs and Panthers away and away. And then they face the Bills and get a win at home. That means there's 2 games left of the season. 2 division rivals. We got the Chargers and we got the Raiders. Now, the game against the Chargers, the first game at home, I gave them the win. This time, I'm going to give them the loss, and I feel like they're going to lose against the San Diego Chargers because I feel like now the San Diego Chargers will be well in sync, and they'll probably have Justin Herbert as starting quarterback, and Justin Herbert's going to come over, and plus that Chargers team, that Chargers defense is just going to be too much for that Denver Broncos offense when it comes to the away game at the Chargers. And then they'll finish off their season with the Las Vegas Raiders, and they'll probably get a win. So that means towards the end of the season, their record in the second half of the season, it will be a winning record in the end. So let's take a look at this. It will be 5-4. Remember what I said? 5-4. Wait, let me make sure I had that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5-4. So that is a very, very good record for the Denver Broncos in general. Now, some of the games to keep an eye on is going to be obviously the Chiefs games, because when it comes to Chiefs games, you really would think that Denver would stand a chance against the Chiefs, but then you realize the Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions coming off. That's why I have the Chiefs sweeping the Denver Broncos in both games. Now, I know you guys also noticed I gave the Denver Broncos a sweep against the Las Vegas Raiders. I feel like what's his name? Derek Carr is not really a very good quarterback, so I feel like they're going to have Marcus Mariota in there. And look at how Mariota did. He lost his job to Ryan Tannehill, and Ryan Tannehill did so much better when he came into that Tennessee job. The Tennessee game, to start off the season, I gave them the win just because I feel like they're going to have the more heart over Tennessee to win this game. And what's another game to keep an eye on? The Bucs game, because that's going to be against Tom Brady. But considering that Denver's going to be playing the game against Tom Brady at Denver, and Tom Brady doesn't really do well in that stadium, that's why I gave the Denver Broncos the win here. And then the final game to watch out for, I probably would say, is going to be the game against I would probably say game against the Patriots, because you got obviously Drew Lock against Bill Belichick and Jared Stidham. Ugh. Jared Stidham, we don't even know how that guy's gonna do. So it's gonna be very, very interesting when it comes to that. But if you guys have taken a look at what I've said before, the record for the Denver Broncos at the end of the 2020 NFL season. Hold on, before I get into this, their record last year was 7-9, and their first draft pick in the 2020 NFL draft was Jerry Jeudy. I think they selected him at number 10. So Jerry Jeudy is probably going to come good for them. And I mean, like, if Drew Lock doesn't really impress, then Drew Lock is not really going to be a starter, because you cannot fail. You cannot have a winning record when you have all these good weapons. You have Phillip Lindsay, you have Melvin. Is it Melvin? Yes, Melvin Gordon. You have Jerry Jeudy, you have Cortland Sutton, you have Noah Fant, and you have a decent offensive line. You got some defensive weapons like Von Miller. You got AJ Bouye. So you really can't fail when it comes to this team. You can't have a losing record. Otherwise, it's going to be a disappointment of a season. But when it comes to Drew Lock's season for this season, I don't really think he's going to have a bad season. And in the end, looking at the schedule, going over every single win and loss that I did, I feel like it's going to be a very good record for Drew Lock this season. I feel like their record will be 9-7. Yep, they're going to finish 9-7, which means they may be within a shot of a wild card. Now, I've seen many guys on TV talking about Drew Lock and this team, saying they're going to be one of the teams to watch out for, and I'm not going to disagree. They are one of the teams to watch out for. Drew Lock is set up to have a perfect season, and if he really doesn't, like I said before, it's just going to be a really, really disappointment. So yeah, when it comes to this Denver Broncos team, the schedule, they're going to end up finishing 9-7, which is they're going to basically win 2 games compared to last year, and they're going to end up probably being in a battle for the wild card of the playoffs, now that there's going to be 7 teams in the playoffs instead of 6. So that means 1 team gets a bye, 6 other teams get in there, and the wild card is going to be really, really interesting. I feel like when it comes to this division, it's going to be between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers for the wild card. The Las Vegas Raiders, I just don't really see to be like that. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.